Hey y'all know how mom is paranoid about staying here by herself at night. Um, well, she slept through every bit of this last night. She didn't know this happened at all, so don't tell her about it because it just make her more paranoid, I guess. But she went to bed last night, and after she went to bed, I went out to my car and got some things out of my car. And when I went out there, I could hear these cats fighting, and I thought, you know how you think when cats are fighting like that. You just aggravates you. They were fighting next door at the neighbor's house here, the one next door, but also on the lake. And so I got some things out of my car, and my gun was there, and I said, I'm gonna take that inside. I said because I don't want to get moisture on it out here and rust. So I brought that inside too and laid it down. I thought on top of my bed, here, and so my bedpost, head board, or whatever that thing called. And so anyway, I stayed up till about 1 o'clock, and then I went to bed, and I was asleep, and I heard two gunshots. I said, well, them neighbors are over there, I could hear them talking a little bit too. It seemed like they were having a party. I said, them neighbors over there are probably shooting at them cats fighting. I said, I don't blame them. I hope they kill some of them. So I almost went back to sleep again. I heard a couple more gunshots, and I said, well, boy, they're really having a time over there, I guess. Well, it ain't none of my business. Not bothering me none. So then I went back to sleep again, and then I heard like six gunshots. And I said, man, they're really having time over there. Them cats are making them mad. So then I went back to sleep again, and then I woke up when the doorbell rang, and I said, my goodness, who'd be ringing the doorbell this time of night? And I looked after it was all over with, and it was 3:05, so that's about what time this happened. So I said, well, I'm going to take my gun to the door with me. I don't know what's going to be out there, who's going to be ringing the doorbell this time of night. So I got up, couldn't find my gun, right away. It wasn't where I thought I put it, but I found it. And I went to that back door that we all use, and I realized, well, that's probably that they weren't there. So I said, that's not the. I realized that, strangers would never ring that doorbell. They'd ring the front doorbell. So then I went to the front doorbell, and there was nobody there. So I said, well, but I could see them out in the street. And I said, well, I guess they gave up on us. Took too long to get to the door. And I looked out there, and they had two Dodge Chargers out there. I thought they might be police cars right at first, but they weren't later on. I realized they were not. I recognize those Dodge headlights because I have a couple of Dodges myself. Those tail lights, because I have a couple of Dodges myself. One of them had run into the ditch of this guy's driveway. Half of the car was on the driveway, and half of it was in the ditch. The other one was just out there in the yard, and also I'd heard some scratching off and some motorcycles running. Before I woke up too, I'd heard that kind of in my sleep there. So I thought, they're just having a hell of a party over there. None of my business. I don't care. So I looked out there, and there were men out there in the street, and I said, boy, I hope Mom don't wake up. And she didn't. But if she would have woke up and saw all that stuff going on out there and heard them shots and them people out there in the road, she just would have probably went out of her mind. So thank God she didn't wake up, and thank God I was here with her. If she did woke up, at least I would have been here. So I thought, since they rung the doorbell, I might ought to go out there, and see what's going on. Maybe they needed something. Anyway, I could see that one of them had a telephone he was talking on. I said, well, no need me going out there if they're having a party and they're drunk, and they might get mad at me and might end up getting into a gunfight or something. So I just said, I'm just going to forget about it. So I came back in and went to bed, and got up this morning, everything was all, cleared out. The cars are all gone, and just like nothing happened.